Welcome back everyone to a race day vlog here at Stafford Speedway up in the double hooked bar. Just because it is very windy outside. I think it's like 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts, maybe a 60. I want to go up in the stands to show you guys the hydro seating we got, but I don't think you'll be able to hear me. Earlier this morning, Andy Marquise came out and hydro seeded the entire infield section that you guys saw me put grass seed down. So we got that done this morning. It should be dried out by the time practice actually starts. There's currently a track rental going on. They should be wrapping up here shortly. There was a little delay for them as we were still hydro seeding the infield. Got a lot of mowing done in the infield because I didn't get a lot of time here yesterday. We were out at the Monaco Ford car show. Thank you to everyone that stopped by the show, said hi, came out to the show. The weather wasn't the best, but it was still a fun time to be had. Call before you dig, Sender's Cup on tap for tonight. Really good weather. Should be in the low 90s. This wind should stop hopefully by the time race time hits. But it's honestly, it's nice because it's not a grueling heat. The wind cools it down. Yeah, I'll show you guys the hydro seat here. I mean, it is so windy, just barrels are just blowing around everywhere. We got this whole infield hydro seated. Hopefully no one rolls through there tonight and we can leave that and that will grow in with some water. We'll have to figure out how to get that watered. Maybe you could find a water truck to spray down that every morning or so. Yeah, I lost track of time this week with the car show. I didn't get everything mowed and prepped for today, but that is okay. We're in good shape. We're ready for race day. The sky's blue, no rain in the forecast. Gonna be a great day for racing. Call before you dig, 811 Sender's Cup. Let's get down to the pit area and get this race day started. Our feature's rolling up next. In the heat race, we started 7th, got our way up to 5th in top 5 qualified, and it was passing points. I thought it was per spot. So if I got up to 5th, I'd gain 3 spots. It actually is. I thought if I got in 3 spots, it'd be like 300 points or something. It is actually per spot is a different points structure. So I will be starting 11th tonight in the Call Before You Dig Sender's Cup, a couple spots further up than last week. The car is really good. It's gonna have a long ways to go to get to the front, but we'll see what we got. Guys, check it out. Paul made it so close to Tech. 4th place finish for Paul. It is now Monday morning over here at Double Hooked at Stafford Speedway, working on the plant wall. I'm finally getting to it. We got plans delivered for this last Thursday and just ran out of time with the car show and other stuff we had going on this weekend. Couldn't get the plants up on the plant wall, so I'm working on that this morning, today. It's around noon, 100 degrees outside. It's hot out, very humid, it's hot. Let's just say that. Really want to get these plants into the dirt and watered because they're not going to last too long outside of dirt. I always want to do a plant wall, so I got these small planters off Amazon, quite a few of them. There's another box in the back of my truck. And I thought the perfect spot for that wooden sign that someone built for me is right here on that plant wall. So I'm still laying it out. Larry Zwicker made this. I think he said he does custom woodwork, so that came out awesome. Got it drilled into the wall here so people can't just steal it. But over here, trying to get this all set. This whole wall is gonna be filled with these planters, and then we'll come back and put all the plants in it. Had to do some custom work on this section here, so the planter box will fit in there. Still have to do some more where I think I have to trim down this angle iron here so it sits in that box better. Well, I got the planter boxes all installed on this wall here. Got the sign installed as well. Just went over to the garage where I had all the plants stored. Going to start placing them on the wall just to see what this looks like. I'm still debating on whether or not to add one more row of boxes on the bottom there. I'm just not sure if I have enough plants right now. So my goal is to maybe add the wood board to the bottom here, or maybe even just frame it out and leave it. I want to try to build a gutter system to catch the water, because all of these pots have these holes in them so the water drains all the way through the system. Just got to figure out how to water them, catch the water so it doesn't stain the concrete, and then also the sign there, so I need to figure that out. But yeah, I think it's coming out pretty good. Go-karts are getting set up now. It's a hot one today for them, so hopefully the kids are all good. Drink some water. Infield's not looking too hot. It's far too hot out to try to get that grass to grow, especially without any irrigation. So I'm gonna go ahead, keep working away on this plant wall. Good morning, everyone. We're back. It's now Tuesday morning. Trying to get these plants all in these planter boxes before it gets to 100 degrees later today. I think it's coming out pretty cool. Learning that you can't fill these boxes with a lot of dirt because when you water them, the dirt just flows right out because they're kind of like on an angle. So just got the plants out of this one. It's all these ones on the ground. Gonna start planting them all in these boxes. Think we should be able to get these all done rather quick. I need to figure out how to get a watering system in here. They have these like drip hole, like a hole where you could put pipe in for drip irrigation. I'll have to look into that because I think that's gonna be the best way to go about keeping these plants healthy. I think it's gonna look pretty cool when it's all said and done. Let's go ahead and get these plants in the boxes. And just like that, we have a almost completed live plant wall up here at Double Hook. It's got the custom sign made by Larry. I think that fits in there perfectly. Hopefully these plants grow in and make this wall look fully covered in plants. I've always wanted to do something like this on this end of the stands here because you used to be able to see underneath and just wasn't a good look. You could see underneath the stands, the trash during a race night, and we can't keep that area clean. Now we have it covered off with nice plants that hopefully grow in. You just gotta keep them watered. I gotta work out a watering system of some sort to keep these all alive this summer. Today it's supposed to get up to 100 degrees, so I'll have to water them by hand here first and then figure out a watering system. Maybe like some misters or something to each basket. I don't know. Comment down below if you guys have any ideas for a watering system and also a gutter system to catch the water here on the bottom, because all these planter boxes, let me show you guys what I used. All these planter boxes have holes in the bottom so water drains through to the next box below it. So the bottom one is going to drain right to the ground, and I don't want this dirty water to stain the concrete. So comment down below if you guys have any ideas on a gutter system or some sort of watering system. Open to any ideas. Also comment down below what you think of my new plant wall. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Let's get back to the racing portion. Back to Friday night, a little race review. Time for a race review on Friday night's Call Before You Dig Senators Cup 50 lap race. And let me tell you, it was eventful. Pure mayhem the entire race. I mean, not the entire race, mostly just the beginning. First, I don't know, 20 laps was it? Yeah, well, to start with, we had our heat race. We started 7th, I believe it was, had to get in the top 5. Got there, thought we'd have a really good starting spot, and unfortunately still started 11th. How the plus and minus point system worked, I didn't understand it completely, but now I do. Really just had to keep getting forward, and 5th was really all we could get. So another really good crowd on hand. We had a couple people up in the VIP suites, W.I. Clark, Call Before You Dig. Stopped up there, said hi. Saw a whole bunch of you on Friday night on the Midway. It was great talking to everyone, chatting, signing some shirts, and love seeing all the merch out there. All my David Root t-shirts up in the stands, hats. It's great to see that. I appreciate that, each and every one of you there purchasing anything. If you want to purchase a shirt or a hat, head on over to my website, davidroot.com. You can get them there. So then the race came up. It was later in the night, probably 9:30. I think we finally got on track. Started 11th. Same problem we've been having where the car just doesn't fire off. I guess 2 weeks ago we got the car to fire off, and this week it was tight again. I just couldn't get it to rotate in the center. The 7 car behind me was a lot faster, but he just kept driving into the back of me through the center of the corner instead of trying to set me up and pass me. Eventually he got by me. We fell back to probably 14th or so. So a caution finally came out around lap 12, I think it was. We were back in 15th, 16th. I decided to pit. The car was way too free on entry, so I had to back up my entry, and I lose that entry speed, and through the center, I get great drive off, but I lose that entry speed, which is where everyone gets me. Everyone gets to my bumper, and I just can't. When someone gets your bumper and hits you, it just screws up your center of the corner, and that's where we're the best with this car, and I need that center of the corner to be good. Came in for an adjustment. I think it was good that we did, because then we restarted last, and there was this melee going into turn 3. I tried checking up as fast as I could, but cars were just stopped. The car in front of me, the 23 car in front of me, came to a dead stop. I think because the 12 came from the high side across his nose and just stopped that row in front of me. I saw it lifted, braked, but you can only do so much within half a second. You're not going to go from 110 to stopped. It's just not possible. I tried to slow up as much as possible, and that's when, I could read the bottom of his fuel cell. It said ATL Fuel Cells, SU122B. His fuel cell was like on top of my car. It was insane. I thought we were done. The bumper was smoked off the car. After his bumper nearly was to my window. I can't believe it didn't clean off the air filter. I hit him so hard, I didn't mean to, of course. I tried to stop. You can't slow down fast enough. And the bumper was broken off. Was underneath him. He finally got off me, and I got down to the grass, so I didn't get cleaned out from behind or end up in another wreck that was in front of him. Cars were everywhere. I think the 7 nearly flipped over. 11 there was tons of cars, good cars in it too. And I was in the grass, and the ball pop started to see if this thing still is driving. I hit him so hard, I thought there was nothing from the front of the engine forward. I just figured it was gone. I hit him so hard. The radiator must be out of this thing and underneath the car at this point. Pop started it went going again, checked the gauges. Water temp was still reading 190, 200, which is normal. Wasn't reading like air temp would have been 90 if there was no water in it or maxed out because the thing was closed right off. So okay, so I drove it back to the pit area. Wasn't sure if the toe was off or anything, or if the tire was down, upper was bent, nothing. I had no clue what the car looked like. Pulled into my pit stall, and that's when pandemonium set in. I knew in order for us to get back out there, we had to weld the front bumper back to the car. Because the rule here is you have to have your front bumper, your North bars on the car. You can't not have anything. So I went to my pit stall, but then immediately Alex told me you gotta get that welded. Locked it up, threw it in reverse, backed up to pull right up to the welder truck. And we pulled up and I came to a stop, and that's when some steam billowed out of the hood, and I'm like, ah, man, we did smoke the radiator out of this thing. So I started climbing out of the car. And now, meanwhile, the race is under red flag, so you can't work on the car. That's a rule that I think might change, because we don't count cautions here, so it's not like that's gonna change anything. I mean, we'd rather have the people be able to fix their cars and get back out on track. But we didn't touch the car for that time. We got out and I told my crew, I'm like, look, there's not smoke, there's not steam billowing out of the hood. There's no water on the ground. Let's figure out if we can fix this thing to get back out there for valuable points for the race season. If I gave up right there, we would have finished 23rd, I think it was, last place, or 24th, I can't remember how many cars there were. We would have finished last, minimum point, 2 points. So we were looking around trying to figure out where the steam was coming from. There was no holes in the radiator. Surprisingly, the nose was in decent shape. So the bumper just got sheared right off the car. The top of the nose, like the turn piece, that was bashed in. And then the left side of the nose kind of got hit as well. I think that was from his tire because it hit there. So we couldn't weld anything to the car yet because we needed to figure out our radiator situation first. So I went back to our pit stall, behind the wall, right to our pit box, and we came up with a game plan. Still couldn't work on our car yet. We were waiting for them to lift the red flag so we could start work on the cars. There were many cars on pit road too, by the way. So finally the yellow flag comes out, we pull the hood off, and the radiator cap somehow got bent and was leaking. I don't know how this is possible. Something must have hit the hood, flexed down the hood, bent the radiator cap to where under pressure it was leaking out. So as you guys can see here in this crazy couple minutes, I get back into the car because I want to make sure I'm strapped in, ready to go when they're done. I help them out for a little bit, got a game plan going. While Mike and Chris and Fatback and Pooter and Thomas and everyone was working on this car, thrashing, I was getting in the seat, talking it over with them, what has to get done with Alex as well. And that's when we had to get the radiator cap off in order to fix it. So that's why you see this steam, what looked like smoke from the stands, right? It was a race fan up in the stands. You probably thought it was smoke. But it was just all the water, the steam, the hot air raising from the filler neck because we had to take the cap off.
Gotta get some water too.
We got that off. Had to go find water to put back into the engine. So my guys ran around everywhere trying to find any water they could. Backed up to the welder because we were pretty close to him. And well, he welded the bumper solid to the car. they were filling the radiator back up with water and put the radiator cap back on. Now the cautions, the fuel's coming, is starting to double up now. So we had to get going. This was a long time now. This is probably probably 10 minutes or so. The crew got it done, got the bumper welded back on, radiator cap fixed, water filled up. Put the hood back on, I went back out. And our plan was that if there was a quick caution again, or if there was another caution, come right back in to keep working on this car to make it better. Because I wasn't sure when I went back out there if anything else was bent on the car, because we didn't look at anything. We didn't check the toe, we didn't check the uppers, the shocks, nothing. Went out there for probably 3 or 4 laps. Felt like the toe was way off. It was starting to get hot. The engine was getting hot just in those 3 laps because the fan wasn't working. There was a wreck. I see a wreck happening in turn 3, and I went straight to pit road, downshifted, right to the pit box, and I gave them the plan of what to do. Got the fan fixed, which was awesome. They cut out a whole bunch of the plastic that was holding it from spinning. So we got that working. We wired the radiator cap because we didn't want it to come flying off. So they drilled the hole, wired the radiator cap, took the front of the nose off because that was holding back a lot of air from the radiator. And we went back out, started last again, passed a whole bunch of cars and ended up 12th. The car itself, wasn't bad, honestly. We're still fighting this. On braking, it's okay, but when I start to get off the brake, the car gets loose. And I don't want them to tighten it up because after I get the car settled, it gets a little snug. So I end up having to trail brake to hold the rear down from getting out from underneath me and then get off the corner. But we ended up 12th, which is huge. Come end of the year, these 20 points could make a big difference in the outcome of how our season goes. If you look at the points right now, I'm not points racing per se, but if you look at the points right now, post Friday night, I'm currently 7th in points. If I didn't go back out and get those 20 points, I would have been 13th. I would count Friday night as a successful night after what we were dealt. We could have finished dead last in 10 laps and been miserable, but my guys worked their tails off on pit road. Mike ended up getting a cut on his hand. I think he burned his hand because he touched the radiator cap. Why would you ever do that? It's clearly hot, Mike. Why were you touching the radiator? I have gloves in the pit box. But my guys worked their tails off to get me back out there. We ended up 12th, which was huge. In there, it felt real bad.
You definitely need a fan. You don't need a radiator.
We're back this Friday in the SK for a regular 40-lap distance. Hopefully the car is decent enough where we could have a good finish. On the scales, everything looked good. We got everything squared away, and that car is all set. I just have to finish wrapping the nose, and we'll be good to go for Friday. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll be racing at Seekonk with the Open Modified. I'm part of the Monaco Modified Tri-Track Series. I'm excited to head back to Stafford Speedway. Make sure you guys stop by. Some of my merch is available at the New England Race Fuel merchandise trailer. Excited to head down the road to Stafford Speedway. I really like that track. Hope to see you guys all there Wednesday night at Seekonk Speedway. If not, Coming out to the races Friday night at Stafford Speedway. We have fireworks this week, this Mid-State Site Development Street Stock 30. Thank you to all my sponsors for all their support this year, especially in the racing. We're happy to get back out there on Friday night to get the sponsors on track. I think Pabst Blue Ribbon. If you want ice cold beer, head on over to Pabst. They have Pabst Light now as well, a low calorie beer. Casagrande Builders, Monaco Ford, and then all of the contingency sponsors here at Stafford Speedway. Schofield Springs, LaPlante Race Products, McKinney Construction, Mayberry Material Handling, Casella Waste, the Roofers, man, who else we got? Schultz Fuel Technology. There's a lot of people that are supporting racing here at Stafford Speedway, and I appreciate all of you. My contingency sponsors as well, FK Rod Ends, Fragola Performance Fittings, Next Gen Parts Place. Everyone that supports us is, it's huge, and that's what's keeping us going, especially to get back out there on a night like last Friday. That will do it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes here at Stafford Speedway. Putting together a plant wall that's just been a vision in my head for ever since we built that double hook bar, so 5 years or so now. Finally got to the point to put it together. Still not finished. I need to add some other stuff to it, but we'll work on that as the season goes on. Hope you guys are enjoying all the videos that are coming out on the channel. Comment down below what else you would like to see, whether it be racing, maybe me racing a different style car, the whole team getting together and racing, some different behind the scenes at the track. Comment down below. Let me know what you want to see me do, or even see me try to do. I mean, I'm up for anything if you can't tell by now. This is just a channel of every different type of project that can be done at a racetrack. Hope you guys are enjoying all the videos. Thank you for watching today. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, head on over to my website, davidroot.com. Thank you guys for watching. Throttle down and see you guys at the races.